Second every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Till I dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark blue perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. And you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S.
you go? Do you know how I've been living without you? Daydreaming on a cloud with you like horizon. With you tonight is on an island. Yeah. It's about time for waking up. Found you wasn't with me waking up. Now you even said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed to distance myself from you. I was just in love with you. So confused, won't you? Can I so quiet, but I hear you. Say it to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel that I couldn't miss your touch. I need you, need to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We had it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We had it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We had it, that's all right. Take you there, take you there. Take you there, won't you? Fill me up till my cup's overflowing. I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you. Say it to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel that I couldn't miss your touch. I need you, need to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We had it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We had it, that's all right. Take you there, take you there. Please be done. Please be nothing to me. I want you to me. Yeah. Please be done. Please be nothing to me. I want you to me.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark blue, perfume, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. And you're in the mood for empathy. It's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck not, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation ruin a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Whole team shining stars, big deal. Get a lot of hate, stay gang in the city.
Good morning. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Miss Margie. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, darling. Good morning, Lady Marie. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning. Good
Baby
morning.
is sick. Whatever the hell I had, she got good. She came in my room about
I'm
2:30 in
sorry,
the
y'all.
morning.
Trey so rude. Trey so rude. I'm sorry.
The
Go ahead,
stomach
Trey.
hurt.
Go ahead,
And
drama queen. Go,
then
go.
not me. She was the drummer queen. It's the saddest thing I ever heard. The way she was
She
screeching and
didn't
yelling because her
sound
stomach
no.
was hurting.
Listen, she didn't sound no worse than you sounded yesterday, sir. What is going
Oh
on?
yes, she did. She
Did
was.
y'all
Oh,
do y'all have a
it
stomach
hurt
virus
that
going
bad.
on? Do
I
y'all
wish
have
she
a
was doing
stomach
it.
virus?
I didn't throw up. I pooped. She was throwing up, so I guess we do. But she fine now. But she threw up for about an hour early this morning. She good now, but
Did you give
yeah,
her
it was
water?
looking ugly.
Did you give her lots of water, Trey? Lots of water.
Yeah, so I'm smarter than that because she wanted me to give her some water, and I told her, you go throw it right back up. And I gave her a little bit, and what do you know? Threw it up. So there, now she ain't had no water since then, but she's fine now. She ain't threw nothing up. She took her 8 o'clock
She at,
medicine, no throw up yet.
she at home?
Absolutely.
All right. I think y'all had a virus going on around y'all. Yep. Take care, baby Petty. So listen, y'all, I have an announcement to make before we get started, and we have to get started because by me introducing this new case, we have never covered this. We have never learning about it. So I have to play some clips before the actual court starts at 9. It's over there with Trey, and we know Trey is wayward. We know where Trey live is wayward. So the appointed time is 9 o'clock, but we don't know if they're gonna start on time or not. But I have
Nigga,
to
you
play
know
this.
they not gonna start on time. It's 9:30, 9:45.
So I feel like I have time to introduce you all to this case before court actually starts. But we are going to eventually join the live court uh, streaming of this court case. Okay. But before I get into that, listen, I have a very important announcement, and I need everybody that's listening, even if you can't type, to um, listen very carefully. All right. I am going to introduce a person on this panel. Now, when you hear this person's voice, you are going to notice that this is a person that's been around, is a family member, True State Gang sipper, family member. But I need you all to listen to me carefully. I need you to refer to this person as the clown. That's it. That's all. The clown. Do
What?
not hush.
Wait,
Do
wait,
not
wait.
hush, Trey. I should have
There's-
called. I started to call you this morning before I did this, but I figured you would at least listen to me.
So how did
Listen.
this nigga that went Hollywood? He didn't change his damn name.
Would you just hush? I am sick of you.
No, you sprung this shit on me live. He didn't change
This
his
is
damn name.
I was gonna call you, but I was busy up until I hit the live button. I hush. Just
I
pay
don't get
attention,
no
Trey.
damn special introductions.
Trey, just listen, please, and stop. I'm doing it for a reason. Only refer to him as the clown. That's it. That's all. Don't type any other
Like,
name.
wait,
Don't say any other name. The
D.
clown.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is it THA clown or THE clown or DA clown?
He'll tell. I don't know. He'll tell you when he start talking. But I'm just Trey. Please do this for me, please, and please don't do extra. You get on my nerves.
I don't think I call his name any damn way, so it shouldn't be a problem.
You
We'll
always
just say,
say
hey,
clown.
you.
You always say clown. You always say clown. Hi, tell you, man. Thank. Oh well, you talking to Trey. I got to remember y'all. We in 2 or 3 different chats. But anyway, welcome, Italian man. Okay, so clown. Do you want to speak?
It's the clown.
I'm in witness protection.
So how long is this going on where we got to call you the? How do you spell it?
Forever. Infinity.
Just call me the clown. That's it.
So you like Prince? You didn't change your name.
I had to change my name. I'm in witness protection because YouTube is after me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, YouTube's after me. So if I even breathe wrong, they delete my channel.
Yeah,
So I will be posting the link to a new channel of the clown, and I need you all to subscribe, hit the bell, and all that great stuff. But like I said, he's the clown. That's it. And that's all. I don't want to
put up my avatar.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Avatar look like silliest thing from where I look at it, and it's square.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Rectangular.
Damn, every time I try to do it, it goes to my hold on, clown. And I know I'm gonna fuck up. I know I'm gonna slip up. Damn.
Yeah, they did. They did all day the other day when I popped up on somebody's live.
Hey, I'm trying to bring them up, y'all. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. Let's do it like this. It keep giving me.
What's up?
You gotta click on his.
There it goes.
These nuts, incognito with a template of a face.
Witness protection.
Okay, so that's the avatar, y'all. So when y'all see, I'm going to post the channel link on my, and I wanted to do it before, but I said I was gonna wait until I let y'all know what's up. Okay. All right, so let's get into this. We got to get into it, y'all, because like I said, court starts at whatever time court is gonna start at.
What station is this on?
What you mean? What's that?
What station? What channel? Law and Crime, Court TV.
Oh, it's Court TV. Court TV. Apparently, this crime happened about 6 years ago, y'all. It's just not going to trial. There were a whole lot of motions.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I think it started in 2019.
That's why I vaguely remember it because it was a big story when it happened. But damn, 6 years later, of course, people forget.
Yeah, it's been 6 years.
Remember, COVID was going on.
Yeah, but shit.
I don't think this. I don't think this trial delay has anything to do with COVID. It was a lot of motions filed. She had a high-powered attorney. He stepped away. She had to hire another attorney. Then a whole lot of motions filed between then and now. So yeah, it's been a lot with this one. And she's been in jail the whole time. She was never granted a bond. So this is a case that I'm very interested in. And see, this is what I love to do is talk about cases that's already in the legal process, not those that just happened and people make all these assumptions. Y'all know I'm all about the court. I'm all about the paperwork, the real court shit. My link is on the community wall for anybody that wants to hit the panel. Let me just say that. Y'all please double tap the screen to like the live stream. Also feel free to support the channel. Thank you again, Ms. Margie, for your support this morning. I appreciate it. But let's get into it, y'all. And listen, I'm gonna try to play these clips without actually stopping and talking, just because I want to get through them. Now, listen, as per usual, I'm going to play several clips, and they all are, have the same information in them. But each clip, and I've gone through them myself, has a different detail in every clip. So even though you may hear stuff over and over and over again, the same backstory, whatever. I put these clips together for a reason, because they all contain something in each one of them that we need to know before we start listening to this court case. Okay. That's so. Clown, keep it cute. Say I miss you, boo.
Miss you too. Miss you too.
He is back, y'all. Y'all been asking. I told y'all he never left. He was just,
I sent you a timeline.
What timeline? Timeline of this?
Yeah, it shows you everything that happened and why, like each
I'm
appearance.
pretty sure all the motions.
all emotions and why it went back and forth.
Okay, I might need to. Okay, so this thing say it looks dangerous. Are you spamming me, sir? Are you trying to get in my shit again?
Yeah, I think he's trying to give you a virus. That damn clown.
I've been in your shit the whole time, so why do I need to get back in it?
Oh my god! Like honestly. Okay, y'all, let's get it. He's the evil clown. Make sure y'all put that in front. Evil clown. Okay.
Look at you
Hey.
all on time this morning and stuff. I can tell you back home from Atlanta. I can tell you back home from Atlanta. She bright and early, bushy eyed.
Trey, I asked her what time, right? And she said 8 a.m. I said, seriously, what time?
No, when she at home, she'll go live on time when she at home. She ain't got to make no pit stops and stuff.
So we're gonna do this today. We're gonna do this.
No, we're done. I just was pointing out I was proud of you because you started on time.
Wow.
I give you credit when you do right.
Do you not like the pastor?
Who, me?
Who the pastor? Yeah. Oh, because he cut off.
Yeah, your icon is like right over his face.
Actually, it's not about like. It's not about like. Is it my icon? What icon?
Your logo. You can move the logo to the other side though.
Actually, I can take that logo down. That ain't even the right logo for this channel. I can just take it down anyway. That ain't even. I ain't even changed the damn logo. That ain't the right logo for this channel.
I mean, he is low down. He got a mistress, so you know.
A pastor.
Yeah.
Now, pastor. Now, was that? Never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Please leave it alone. Please. I know where you're going. Hey, keep it cute. Hey, girl.
Good morning. I came up here because I thought you was being jumped.
Oh, I was, and I appreciate it. See, that's what I'm talking about.
How you gonna say the human resource teller?
Hey, clown, missed you, boo. I ain't talking to Trey.
Watch out, clown. She will tear human resources on you. Watch out for fun. She one of them employees. She'll tell.
I'm keeping it asexual. No sexual things to be mentioned. I don't want another report on HR's desk about me.
Good morning, Miss Lynn. Blessings to you too, sweetie.
Anywho, go ahead.
Y'all see what I have to deal with? Do y'all see what Truth have to deal with? This is why I'm crazy.
I don't see number one thing scheduled for court TV.
You don't see? I got the link, Trey. You don't see it?
I just see something they got scheduled, and I don't even see a time for it. It's a first grader shoots teacher civil trial.
Oh, that's been going on. That's been going on. Okay, hold on. Let me see. 24. Wait a minute.
We got to hear about the cheating pastor.
I'm looking at it. It says court. It said it starts at
Motherfucker, I don't see it unless I'm on a different court TV.
I'm looking at it. Court TV, 24 waiting. It's actually supposed to start at 9. I'm looking at it, the link and everything. You want me to send it to you?
No, I just wait till it pop up. Well,
now this is a lot. This is a lot. Well, actually, it's not a lot. It's typical. It's things that it's a situation that happens daily. To be honest, because people don't be honest in relationships and in marriages and things of that nature, whether you're a pastor or you're a broke bum. The spectrum is just there. And men are slow. Men do stupid shit. And it just is what it is. So yeah. Get baby, pay the kids for me, Trey. All right, so let's get into these clips, y'all. I want everyone into chat to get this background on what happened.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good.
How you feeling?
Good.
You good and you happy?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that good tonight. I had a stomach ache. But now
I'm so glad you feel better. Make your daddy take care of you. Okay?
Kind of.
He kind of taking care of you. What?
You know what will make you feel better, big girl pet?
You better not say it.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
One thing you better do is
Don't-
just rub my belly. That's it.
Well, it made you feel better, didn't it? Barely still helped.
I had to been throwing up.
Yeah, you threw up a lot. You were hollering. You scared me.
I did tell you.
Okay, run along.
I'm glad she's feeling better, Trey.
I'm
I'm glad. I don't like when the babies are sick. I do not like that at all.
Me too, cause she was trying to go to sleep, but every time she went to sleep, I guess her stomach started hurting or whatever, and then she felt like she had to throw up, but did it. She was
I
just so
still am
restless.
curious as to what y'all ate. Maybe it is just a virus, but like maybe y'all ate something together.
I didn't
I
eat
don't know.
anything
But you
yesterday. The only thing I know we both ate, cause she ate the night before. She ate with her cousin, and I ate chicken tenders and French fries, and I felt sick yesterday. And then she ate chicken tenders and French fries at like 6 o'clock, and then early this morning her stomach was hurting. So it could have been them chicken nuggets, them Tyson nuggets.
is
Who
it?
knows?
Yeah, it could have been Trey. I think the Tyson stuff had a recall. I'm thinking, listen, I'm serious. I'm being serious. I remember seeing something. I told my daughter because she's notorious for buying them chicken tenders, chicken patties, and stuff from the Trey. Get rid of the chicken nuggets.
They gone now.
That's what it was. I'm telling you, that's what it
Listerol,
was.
right? That was it Listerol?
It was
Listeria.
something.
Yeah, Listeria.
Clown.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
recall on Walmart. Them products, them chicken tender stuff. And I don't remember what brand. I'm not gonna say I remember what brand. Yes, Natasha, I saw that, and I remember calling my daughter because she buy that stuff. Trey, they gone. She said it was Tyson. You
Yeah,
had
that's
Tyson.
yep, the red bag, yeah, Tyson chicken
That's
nuggets.
what it was. I'm telling you, that's what it was, Trey. It was a recall on that stuff.
Well, I must have got a bag of it.
My God, Jesus.
But no, I don't. Well, I guess because again, we didn't had that bag for about a week, and it's the only time both of us got sick. So I don't know. Maybe it was the bottom part of the bag that had whatever the fuck. Well, I hope we're fine now.
I think so. Grayson sounds good.
I still ain't ate nothing.
Well, I ain't staying you. You be all right. Okay, y'all. All right, now that we know Grayson is fine, don't buy no more of them damn things, Trey. Cook. Okay?
I do cook them in the air fryer.
All right, y'all, let's get into these clips because I want y'all to know the background before we get into the trial. Okay, here we go, y'all. If y'all got any questions, put them in the chat. If anybody on the panel wants to stop me. And I've watched all these clips, so I pretty much am up to date on what went on. But here we go.
Boulevard Christian Church pastor, and indications are tonight that he was a woman who wasn't his wife. Pastor Perry lived in Perry, the same complex where police say a double shooting killed a man and injured a woman.
This is the story of Brodus Perry, a beloved 36-year-old executive pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. Known for his compassion and charisma, Perry was a pillar in his community, dedicated to guiding and supporting others. However, on April 4, 2019, tragedy struck. Brodus Perry was ruthlessly attacked, sustaining multiple gunshot wounds to his head and torso. Despite valiant efforts, he succumbed to his injuries the next day in the hospital, leaving behind a community in shock and mourning. Join us on this episode of Urban Crime Stories as we unravel the events leading to Perry's untimely demise, piecing together the clues and exploring the impact of this senseless act of violence. Remember to subscribe.
What happened?
Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for future crime stories. Brodus' role extended far beyond the pool pit. He was a driving force in the church's efforts in assimilation and community outreach. Brodus' charismatic leadership and dedication to service made him a beloved and influential figure in the community. His impact was felt not only within the walls of the church, but throughout the neighborhoods of Memphis, where he tirelessly worked to bridge gaps and bring people together. Brodus' connection to Latashia Daniels dated back to their time in Little Rock, Arkansas, where they had developed a close friendship. This relationship was rooted in shared experiences and mutual support during their earlier years. Despite the distance and the passage of time, they maintained their bond, often reflecting on their shared past. Concurrently, Brodus was deeply committed to his family life, especially to his wife, Tabitha Perry. Their marriage was a cornerstone of his personal life, providing him with a stable foundation and emotional support amidst his demanding career. However, Brodus' life took an unexpected and tragic turn on April 4, 2019. The day began like any other, but it ended in a way no one could have anticipated. The circumstances that unfolded brought shocking revelations and heartbreak, forever altering the lives of those who knew him. The events of that day did not only shake his immediate circle, but also send ripples through the wider community that he had so diligently served and inspired. On April 4, 2019, Latashia Daniels, a licensed social worker and the owner of Root Behavioral Health, made a fateful decision. Specializing in anger management, Latashia was well-versed in the complexities of human emotions, yet she found herself overwhelmed by the end of her relationship with Brodus Perry. Consumed by feelings of betrayal and heartbreak, Latashia drove to Brodus' home, determined to confront him about the pain he had caused her. The visit was unexpected and unsettling for Brodus and his wife Tabitha, who were unprepared for the intensity of Latashia's emotions. For about 20 minutes, the atmosphere inside the Perry household was fraught with to navigate the volatile situation. They listened as Latashia poured out her grievances, her voice laden with the anguish of a broken heart. Despite the strained nature of the conversation, Brodus and Tabitha remained hopeful that they could diffuse the situation and offer some comfort to Latashia. As the night wore on, Latashia announced that it was late and she needed to leave. The couple, relieved that the confrontation seemed to be ending, followed her to the door. Just as Latashia reached the exit, the situation took a horrifying and violent turn. Without warning, she stopped, turned around, and pulled a handgun from her coat. In a moment of pure devastation, she fired multiple shots at Brodus, her cries of, "You broke my heart," echoing through the air. The scene was one of chaos and disbelief as Brodus fell to the floor, his life hanging in the balance. Tabitha, shocked and terrified, could do nothing but watch as the tragedy unfolded before her eyes. The immediate aftermath of the shooting was marked by a frantic scramble for help. An alarm was quickly raised, alerting the authorities to the violent act that had just occurred. The police arrived at the Perry's home within moments. Latashia was in the midst of reloading her gun with additional ammunition she had in her pocket when the Collierville police arrived. Faced with a volatile situation, the officers found Latashia still armed and refusing to relinquish her weapon. To neutralize the threat, an officer used a less lethal shotgun, causing Latashia to fall and drop her gun, thus averting further immediate danger. Brodus had suffered multiple gunshot wounds to his head and torso. Despite medical efforts, he succumbed to his injuries the following day at the hospital. Tabitha Perry, who had been shot in the left shoulder, survived the traumatic incident. In the aftermath, Tabitha told police she was unaware of any affair between her husband and Latashia, but the confrontation and Latashia's accusations led her to believe that there might have been one. Latashia was transported to Baptist Memorial Hospital in Collierville for treatment. Even in custody, she remained combative and initiated an altercation with the police officers at the hospital, complicating the situation further and showcasing her volatile state of mind. As Latashia was being discharged from the hospital and placed back into police custody, she attempted to escape. Jerking away from the officer who was handcuffing her, she shoved him and ran towards an exit. In the ensuing chaos, 2 officers tackled her to the ground. Latashia resisted fiercely, swinging wildly and striking one of the officers in the scuffle. Her desperate actions highlighted the severity of her emotional and mental state, underscoring the tragic nature of the entire incident. Latashia Daniels faced several serious charges: first-degree murder, attempted murder, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, resisting arrest, and assaulting a police officer. These charges highlight the severity of her actions and their profound impact on Brodus and Tabitha Perry, as well as the wider community. On April 23, 2019, Latashia appeared in a Shelby County courthouse for her first appearance, where she was informed of her charges. As she walked into the courtroom, she smiled and blew kisses at the courtroom crowd, showing a lack of remorse for her heinous act. Later on July 16, 2019, a Shelby County, Tennessee grand jury indicted Latashia Daniels in the shooting death of Brodus Perry. As of now in 2024, 5 years after the death of Brodus Perry, Latashia Daniels is currently awaiting trial. The legacy of Brodus Perry endures at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church, where he is fondly remembered for his compassion, love, and dedication to community service. Perry's work in community outreach and integration has left a lasting impression, fostering a spirit of unity and support among church members and the broader community. In closing, Brodus Perry's life, marked by compassion and leadership, was tragically cut short on April 4, 2019. His community mourns his loss and reflects on the senseless violence that took him from them. As Latasha waits, Brodus's legacy of unity and service remains a beacon of hope, urging us to embrace compassion and strive for a world where love triumphs over tragedy. What are your thoughts about this case? Please share your thoughts in the comments down below. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any future crime stories. Your support is greatly appreciated. Until next time, I will see you with another episode of Urban Crime Stories.
You broke my heart! That anguished cry came from the home of Pastor Brodus Perry in Collierville, Tennessee, on April 4th, 2019. Just seconds after licensed therapist Latasha Daniels opened fire on the 36-year-old pastor and his wife.
I think there was like 5 or 6 gunshots in the first kind of blast, and then a little bit of a delay, a woman screaming, and then I heard some more, like probably 5 more.
When police arrived, Latasha held tight her weapon, refusing orders to drop it. Officers say she had already tried to reload. Inside that apartment were 3 people: Pastor Brodus Perry, his wife Tabitha Perry, and Latasha Daniels, one-time congregant, certified social worker, and secretly the pastor's lover. Tabitha had allowed Latasha into their home because they knew each other from Little Rock, Arkansas. Records show Latasha, a certified anger management specialist, was a member of Pastor Perry's former church in Little Rock. The two also worked together at a non-profit. So there was no reason to be afraid, at least not yet. Minutes after Brodus got home, the 3 of them sat together and talked for a while. But something about Latasha's behavior felt off. Tabitha would later say that she had a weird vibe that made the energy in the room tense. Still, no one expected what would happen next. Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. When Latasha finally stood up to leave, the pastor and his wife got up to escort her out. But just as they reached the doorway, Latasha suddenly turned around and pulled a gun from her jacket and emptied it into the pastor, screaming, "You broke my heart!" When Tabitha knelt beside her husband, Latasha screamed, "Get out of the way!" and shot Tabitha in the shoulder. Bleeding, Tabitha fled to a neighbor's door. Latasha still remained in the house, reloaded her gun, and waited until police stormed the hall. Even then she fought, kicking and clawing, before officers wrestled her into cuffs. She was taken straight to a hospital because of the injuries she sustained from struggling with the police so much. At the ER, she tried to bolt again, grabbing one officer's shirt and swinging at another. This woman walked into the home of a well-known Tennessee pastor, and without any warning, she unleashed a barrage of bullets on him and his wife. The wife survived, but the pastor, he died instantly. What really happened between them? What did Brodus Perry promise her that was worth his life? And how does a woman trained to help others keep their anger in check lose control in the most violent way imaginable? Pastor Brodus Perry was a man who seemed to have it all. At just 36 years old, he was the executive pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, Tennessee, one of the biggest in the city, with a long history and thousands of members. People trusted him and looked up to him as a good leader, and of course, a man of God. But Brodus' journey to the pulpit began long before Memphis. He came from a long lineage of pastors, a third-generation pastor, raised in the church and shaped by principles of ministry from a young age. His father, Pastor John Perry, had led Philippi Missionary Baptist Church in Jacksonville, Florida, for 17 years. That's the same church Brodus grew up in. Before officially joining the ministry, Brodus studied at Florida A&M University, where he earned a degree in business. But the call to serve was stronger than any corporate ambition. In May 2008, at just 25 years old, Brodus stepped into his father's shoes, becoming the new pastor of that same church in Jacksonville. It was a big moment. A young man continuing the legacy of faith that had shaped his life. His ministry journey took him across the South. In June 2011, he became pastor of Christian education at Shiloh Metropolitan Baptist Church in Jacksonville. By July 2013, he was in Miami Gardens as a ministry consultant at Antioch Missionary Baptist Church. Then, in November 2014, he arrived in Little Rock, Arkansas, as the pastor of assimilation at St. Mark Baptist Church, helping new members feel connected and grow spiritually. Between 2018 and 2019 came the next big step, Memphis, Tennessee, where he became executive pastor of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. By his side was his wife, Tabitha Perry. They had met after Brodus' first marriage failed, and together they began building a new chapter of their life. Just 2 months before the tragedy, Brodus had posted a loving message for her on Valentine's Day. "Thank you for navigating this thing called life with me. he wrote about his wife Tabitha. In the post, he says it's their 5th anniversary. Looking from the outside in, they had an admirable relationship. But behind the public image, there was a secret. Rhodes had been in a secret relationship with a 40-year-old woman named Latasha Daniels. But Latasha wasn't your regular side chick looking for a man to pay her bills. She was an intelligent and accomplished woman. She had a doctoral degree in behavioral health and ran her own anger management practice in Little Rock, Arkansas. According to state records, Latasha was licensed as a social worker in 2012.
I'm here at Links of Love, and I'm gonna let what are you, the CEO, the founder, the creator? I'm the founder. I'm gonna let her explain to you all what Links of Love is all about.
Greetings everyone, Links of Love is a nonprofit organization, and we have a mentoring program called Image, which is individuals maturing and growing effectively. And we're out here today just to promote our agency and to let everyone know that Links of Love is in Union County, and we are here to serve the 15 to 18-year-olds who are high risk, at risk, or at risk for school failure. We want to make sure we can bridge the gap for mentoring so these young people get what they need to be successful. That's what we're about, and we're also about community.
You'd be more surprised to know that Latasha had actually authored 2 self-help books. One of them is titled Level Up. In the overview, Latasha says, "This book shares my journey towards being set free from spiritual strongholds and emotional damage that had me bound to the pain of my past." Her second book is titled Feel, Deal, Heal, Acquiring Love, Liberty Over Vulnerable Emotions. Also in the overview, Latasha promises, "In these pages, you will discover the essential art of forgiveness, a powerful tool for healing and moving forward when offenses occur." So apparently, this woman knew so much about forgiveness and helping people work through them. Behind closed doors, she was battling her own emotional storm. And when it finally hit, she couldn't handle it. The secret relationship with Pastor Broads Perry had ended, and it ended badly. According to reports, Latasha had gotten pregnant during the affair. And Broads, despite being a pastor, despite everything he preached on the pulpit, allegedly convinced her to get rid of the fetus. She went through with it. And afterward, Broads pulled away and ended things with her. But for Latasha, it wasn't that simple. She had loved this man and carried his baby at some point. She had believed his promises that his wife and marry her. But now she felt used, discarded, and abandoned. And everything she thought she had meant to him suddenly felt like a lie. Over time, that heartbreak didn't heal. It only became worse. And slowly, it turned into anger, then into rage, and eventually, something much darker. On April 4th, 2019, Latasha made a decision. She armed herself with a gun, got into a car, and started driving east from her residence in Little Rock. This is a trip that takes a little over 2 hours, but she didn't mind because she was on a deadly mission. She drove straight to Collierville, Tennessee, to the Meridian Park Apartments, where Broads and Tabitha Perry lived. It was just after 10 p.m., a quiet night in this small, peaceful town just outside Memphis. When she got there, she knocked on the door. Unfortunately, Tabitha innocently answered and let her in. Little did she know she had just welcomed darkness into her home and her life, as she knew it was about to take a devastating turn.
Neighbors who live here said it was a chaotic scene here last night with several gunshots and screams being heard throughout this complex, a complex where crime is rare and shootings of any type, domestic or random, are even more rare.
That was surprising, definitely not expecting her.
Pastor Broads Perry was dead. He was just 36 years old. As the investigation unfolded, the full picture of this tragedy emerged. The news spread like wildfire. A pastor shot to death, his wife wounded, and the shooter, his side chick, a woman with a doctorate, an anger management therapist. None of that made any sense. Tabitha Perry told investigators, the actions and words said by Latasha led her to believe her husband was having an affair. The investigation confirmed what many had suspected. The secret relationship, the pregnancy, the abortion, and the broken promises that led to this moment of deadly violence. The Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church was shaken to its core. The senior pastor, Dr. J. Lawrence Turner, addressed the congregation just days after the incident.
Not only have we experienced the death of Broads Perry to violence, but the rumors swelling around his murder leave us shocked and shaken. To those of you who are wondering, how could this happen? How could this happen within our safe and loving church community? To those of you in particular who came to know him as I did during the 5 months he was at Mississippi Boulevard, I want to say, I'm heavy-hearted because of your pain.
He promised the church would review its hiring practices and do better going forward. Grief counselors were brought in to help members deal with the shock. One of Pastor Perry's friends in Florida shared their reaction.
I was, really sad, and I was like, not Broads. I'm like, he just moved. Like, didn't he just move to a new city?
Latasha didn't face just one charge. She was hit with first-degree murder, attempted murder, assaulting police officers, using a gun during a violent crime. Her first court appearance drew intense attention. She pleaded not guilty before the judge. And for someone who committed such a horrific crime, Latasha was all smiles in court. She showed no emotions, let alone regrets. In fact, at one point, she was caught on camera, blowing kisses to someone in the audience. Her attorney explained,
She's not used to being where she is. She's not feeling very well. She's accused of the most serious crime a person can be accused of. She understands the gravity of it, and I think her emotions are appropriate.
Leslie Balin, a well-known defense lawyer, was her attorney at the time. But soon after, Balin asked to withdraw from the case. He and Latasha couldn't agree on how to move the case forward. So the judge appointed a new attorney, Juni Ganguly. From there, the legal process slowed down. There were delays, motions upon motions. Hearing dates moved from May to June to July. All the while, Latasha sat in custody, waiting as she had been denied bond. And then there was Tabitha Perry, Rhodes' widow, who became a victim of a situation she knew nothing about. She had been betrayed. She had been lied to. She had watched her husband die right in front of her.
This was such a dramatic situation. And for her to find out this information or whatever this lady is saying while her husband is being killed, I could imagine how that, may feel.
While they sympathized with her, some people in the community felt sympathy for Latasha because they believed Rhodes had also betrayed her. They felt she was a victim too, even though she shouldn't have gotten involved with a married man to begin with. Others, however, made no excuses for her. They struggled to understand how a woman so educated, so successful, could destroy her life like that over an illegitimate relationship with a married man. In the end, this story isn't just about the crime, because people have been killed for less. It's more about how flawed and hurting people can be. It's about a man raised in the church, shaped by a legacy of faith, who eventually loses his way. It's about a woman who dedicated her life to helping others, but couldn't help herself during the most challenging time of her life. And it's about a wife who trusted, loved, and followed her husband, only to be left with grief, betrayal, and scars that may never fully heal. Pastor Rhodes Perry was 36 years old. May his story serve as a warning about the destructive power of deception and the terrible cost when promises are broken. I hope this story helps you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.
Dating, not just for them, but for everyone who believed in them. The woman who would take Rhodes Perry's life wasn't a dangerous stranger lurking in the shadows. She was a 39-year-old professional with an impeccable reputation and a career dedicated to helping others. Latasha Daniels worked as a social worker in Little Rock, Arkansas, but her specialty made this case particularly chilling. She was an anger management counselor. Let that sink in for a moment. The woman who would commit murder in a fit of rage was literally paid to teach others how to control their anger. The irony is so profound, almost seems fictional. But the reality is that sometimes people who appear most in control are fighting the biggest battles behind closed doors. Daniels had built a successful career helping clients work through their emotional challenges. She understood the psychology of anger, the triggers that could send someone spiraling, and the techniques needed to regain control. Her colleagues respected her expertise, clients trusted her guidance, and her professional record was spotless. By all outward appearances, she was exactly the kind of person you want counseling you through difficult emotions. But there's a dark truth about helping professions that isn't often discussed. Those who choose to help others heal are sometimes trying to heal themselves. The line between professional competence and personal struggle can be thinner than anyone realizes. Daniels could teach others to manage their anger because she understood it intimately, perhaps more intimately than she ever let on. Those who knew Daniels professionally describe her as intelligent, articulate, and genuinely caring. She wasn't someone who appeared unstable or dangerous. She was a woman who had achieved professional success, commanded respect in her field, and seemed to have her life together. This makes what happened on April 4th, 2019, even more shocking. Understanding Daniels requires looking beyond her professional facade and considering the personal struggles she may have been hiding. Anger management specialists often become experts because they've wrestled with anger themselves. But knowing something intellectually and controlling it emotionally are two different things. All of Daniel's professional knowledge became useless against over...
I'm going to stop there for a minute just to say this. Have y'all ever heard that most therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists have therapists themselves? You know what I'm saying? They say the best therapist to have is a therapist that's, like getting therapy themselves. I mean, it's pretty ironic that this lady was an anger management counselor and she ended up doing something out of anger, but it's not uncommon. Like they say, a lot of therapists and shit are in need of help themselves
because they listen to people's problems all day.
Well, not only that, I feel like they got issues just like we do. Just because they have a degree in that field don't mean they don't deal with the same type of things that they counsel people about.
You're right, and they need people to talk to too. Yeah, you're hearing people's traumas. You're hearing people's, past lives, the things that happened to them. From car
Mm-hmm.
crashes to incest to assaults and everything else. That takes a toll on
Mm-hmm.
you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of a lot of them compare their life to the people they're listening to. And a lot of times there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of common things. Like they say that a lot of therapists went through things in their lives, and that's why they chose that particular field.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. All right, y'all. Let's listen.
Overwhelming pain. The duality of her existence becomes clear when considering her final months. By day, she remained a competent professional, still counseling clients about managing emotions and making healthy choices. By night, she was likely consumed by thoughts of Rose Perry, replaying conversations, planning confrontations, and feeding an obsession that would ultimately destroy both their lives. Perhaps most tragically, Daniels had access to all the resources she needed to get help. She worked in mental health, understood the importance of seeking support, and had professional networks that could have provided intervention. But shame, pride, and fear of professional consequences often prevent helping professionals from seeking the help they desperately need. The paths of Rhodes Perry and Latasha Daniels first crossed in Little Rock, St. Mark Baptist Church, from 2014 to 2018. What began as a connection between a pastor and a professional woman evolved into something far more complex and ultimately devastating. Affairs rarely begin with the intention of destroying lives. They typically start with innocent interactions, shared conversations, emotional connections that feel harmless. For Perry and Daniels, there was likely intellectual and emotional compatibility that drew them together. The secrecy required by their relationship created an intense bond. Shared secrets create intimacy, and the knowledge that they were the only two people who knew the full truth made their relationship feel uniquely special. This secrecy, however, was also the poison that would eventually destroy them both. For Daniels, the relationship likely filled emotional voids she may not have recognized. For Perry, it represented rebellion against the suffocating expectations of his role, a way to feel human and flawed in a position that demanded perfection. But affairs built on secrecy carry their own problems. The relationship couldn't be integrated into their normal lives, existing instead in a bubble of stolen moments that became more intense precisely because it couldn't be normalized. The decision to end the affair likely came as Perry prepared for his move to Memphis in 2018. Perhaps the distance made maintaining the relationship impractical, or the weight of guilt finally became too much. Whatever his reasons, Perry chose to end their relationship and focus on his marriage and new position. For Daniels, Perry's decision triggered something far more dangerous than heartbreak. It unleashed an obsession that would consume her entirely. She likely experienced a decision not just as the end of a relationship, but as fundamental rejection of her worth as a person. What followed were months of emotional torment. She replayed every conversation, analyzed every interaction, looking for hope or reasons for despair. The professional tools she used to help others became useless against overwhelming pain. The obsession began taking over her life. She likely found ways to monitor Perry's activities, staying connected to his world even though he cut her out. As months passed and Perry seemed to be moving on, Daniel's emotional state deteriorated. The dangerous mix of love, control, and abandonment issues created a perfect storm. She couldn't accept that the relationship was over, couldn't bear the thought of Perry being happy without her, and couldn't find a way to move forward with her own life. The days leading up to April 4th, 2019, were filled with escalating desperation for Latasha Daniels. Nearly a year had passed since Perry moved to Memphis and ended their relationship, but for Daniels, the pain was as fresh as ever. The decision to drive from Little Rock to Collierville wasn't made in sudden rage. It was calculated, and determination. The 150-mile journey gave her plenty of time to reconsider, but Daniels was beyond rational thinking. She had convinced herself she needed to confront Perry, to make him understand what he had done to her. Daniels came armed. This wasn't spontaneous emotional outburst. It was premeditated violence. She had decided that if she couldn't get resolution through words, she was prepared to use force. The Meridian apartment in Collierville was where Perry and his wife had built their new life, a fresh start that became the setting for unthinkable tragedy. When Daniels arrived that evening, Perry's wife answered the door. Imagine the confusion and fear as she faced a woman she didn't recognize, demanding to see her husband with dangerous intensity. When Perry came to the door, he recognized Daniels and understood the gravity of the situation. The conversation that followed was likely desperate pleas, angry accusations, and growing panic. Daniels sought acknowledgement of their relationship and validation of her pain. Perry, faced with his wife's presence and complete destruction of his new life.
I have one question so far. How did she know where he lived? She still lived in, was it Mississippi? And they were now living in Memphis.
I think she's
My
in
question is,
Arkansas.
Arkansas, is it Arkansas? Okay, Arkansas,
Yeah,
because he went
yeah.
from Arkansas to Mississippi to Memphis. Okay. So my question is, unless that man had that woman at his house after he moved to Memphis, how did she know where he lived?
She's probably been following him the whole time.
I'm thinking. I don't understand why she even knew where to go. She just showed up at his place. He wasn't there. The wife was there. I don't understand how she knew where he lived. See, this is what I say when men, they cheat and then they pillow talk with the woman that they're cheating with and they tell all this information. They give all this information about their lives and their wife or partner, and they know all this information and the partner is oblivious. Like that wife knew nothing about what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but let's listen.
Was probably focused on damage control. The moment when confrontation turned violent is burned into his wife's memory forever. At some point, Daniel's desperation and rage overpowered whatever restraint she had left. Those 4 words, we hear months of obsessive thinking, emotional torture, and building rage. This wasn't just about their affair's end. It was about every disappointment, every abandonment she had ever experienced. Perry had become the symbol of everything that had hurt her. The gunshots that followed shattered more than the apartment complex's quiet. They shattered lives, families, and communities. Perry was struck multiple times, dying in front of his helpless wife. But Daniels wasn't finished. In her rage, she also shot Perry's wife, though not fatally. Daniels didn't try to flee. The woman who had planned this confrontation seemed to collapse emotionally once the violence was over. The anger that had sustained her was gone, replaced by a dawning realization of what she had done. When police arrived, they found devastating violence and emotional wreckage. Perry was dead, his wife wounded and in shock, and Daniels was present with a weapon nearby. The arrest of Latasha Daniels marked the beginning of a complex legal process. Initial charges reflected the severity. First-degree murder for Perry's death, attempted murder for shooting his wife, and additional weapon-related charges. These carried potential for life in prison or even death penalty. What followed in the courtroom was almost as disturbing as the crime itself. Daniel's behavior during court appearances revealed a woman struggling with reality. Reports describe her alternately smiling, crying, and at one point, blowing kisses. Behavior suggesting severe mental illness or complete disconnect from her situation's severity. This bizarre courtroom behavior raised questions about Daniel's mental state and competency to stand trial. The woman who had been a respected professional was displaying behavior that seemed erratic and inappropriate for someone facing murder charges. The prosecution focused on the crime's premeditated nature. They emphasized that Daniels had made conscious decisions to drive from Little Rock to Memphis, to bring a weapon, to carry out a planned attack. Her emotional state didn't excuse the violence. The defense faced a difficult task of humanizing someone who had committed an inhuman act. They had to help the jury understand psychological factors leading to crime without excusing it, balancing acknowledgement of Daniels' professional background with explaining how someone with her training could act so violently. The case raised complex questions about whether Daniel's professional knowledge made her more or less culpable. Did her training mean she should have known better, or did it provide insight into psychological factors leading to crime?
We are still in the information gathering stage. I certainly have talked to Ms. Daniels. Unfortunately, not unsurprisingly, I can't tell you what I know. And so at this point, we just are continuing with our not guilty plea, absolutely. We come back May 14th. That is a probable cause or preliminary hearing. It is not a trial. The state has to put on proof.
For Perry's wife, legal proceedings represented another trauma layer. She had to deal with physical and emotional aftermath while facing public revelation of her husband's affair and the complex emotions of being both victim and someone betrayed by the other victim. The Memphis community struggled to process what happened to their pastor. Some rallied around his memory, focusing on ministerial work rather than personal failings. Others felt betrayed, struggling to reconcile faith with reality of their pastor's actions. This heartbreaking story teaches us profound lessons about the destructive power of deception in relationships. Perry's affair wasn't just betrayal of marriage vows. It was the first domino in a chain of events that would ultimately cost him his life and devastate everyone around him. Affairs don't exist in isolation. They create webs of deception that trap everyone involved and often spiral beyond anyone's control. The case highlights particular dangers when affairs professions. Both Perry and Daniels were in positions where they were expected to help others navigate emotional challenges, yet they were unable to manage their own emotional situations effectively. The irony is devastating. Two people professionally equipped to handle relationship problems created a situation that spiraled completely out of control. For Daniels, this serves as a tragic example of how professional expertise doesn't provide immunity from personal demons. She spent her career teaching anger management, but couldn't apply those techniques to her own overwhelming emotions. Her story reminds us that knowledge and application are two very different things, especially when we're in the grip of powerful emotions. One of the most important lessons is about recognizing warning signs of dangerous obsession. Daniels didn't become violent overnight. There was likely a months-long process of escalating obsessive thinking, emotional dysregulation, and planning that preceded the crime. Understanding these warning signs could potentially prevent similar tragedies in the future. The obsessive thinking that consumed Daniels is more common than many people realize, but it rarely escalates to violence. However, when it does, the results can be devastating. Learning to recognize when heartbreak has crossed a line into dangerous obsession, and knowing how to seek help when it does, could save lives. This case raises important questions about supporting people in helping professions during personal crises. The expectation that professional helpers should have their lives under control can prevent them from seeking help when they need it most. Creating better support systems for people in these roles could prevent similar tragedies. The story illustrates the importance of healthy relationship skills and emotional regulation. Both Perry and Daniels made choices that escalated rather than de-escalated their emotional situation. Learning how to end relationships respectfully, process rejection healthily, and seek appropriate support during emotional crises are life skills everyone needs. For communities of faith, this case raises difficult questions about supporting religious leaders while maintaining accountability. The pedestal we place spiritual leaders on can be both elevating and isolating, creating pressure that sometimes leads to exactly the behavior we're trying to prevent. This tragedy reminds us that emotional pain must be processed in healthy ways. Daniel's pain was real. The heartbreak, abandonment, feeling discarded were genuine emotions deserving acknowledgement and healing. But her choice to respond with violence transformed her from trauma victim to perpetrator of devastating violence. The case also highlights a particular vulnerability of helping professionals to burnout, emotional exhaustion, and personal crisis. People who spend careers managing others' emotional problems may neglect their own mental health needs. Creating better support systems, reducing stigma around seeking help, and recognizing signs of professional burnout could prevent similar tragedies. One of the most painful aspects is how preventable this seems in retrospect. Warning signs were there, resources for help were available, and knowledge of what was happening was present. Yet the combination of pride, shame, fear, and obsession created a perfect storm no one could stop. This case serves as a reminder that mental health crises can affect anyone, regardless of profession, education, or parent stability. Daniels wasn't a stereotypical criminal. She was an educated professional with a successful career and reputation for helping others. Her transformation from helper to killer reminds us that we all have capacity for both great good and terrible destruction. For survivors of similar situations, this case provides both cautionary tale and message of hope. Perry's wife survived both physical attack and emotional trauma of learning about her husband's affair. Her journey toward healing represents resilience of human spirit and possibility of moving forward even after unimaginable tragedy. The tragedy of April 4th, 2019, reminds us that our choices have consequences extending far beyond ourselves. A secret affair, broken heart, and moment of deadly rage created ripple effects impacting multiple communities years later. The lives lost and damaged at night can never be restored, but perhaps by understanding what went wrong, we can work to prevent similar tragedies. This case challenges us to be more honest in relationships, more seeking help when needed, and more aware of warning signs indicating when someone is moving from emotional distress to dangerous behavior. It reminds us that professional competence doesn't equal personal immunity, that secrets can become toxic, and that people who appear most stable may be fighting the biggest battles behind closed doors. Most importantly, it reminds us of our shared humanity, our capacity for both love and destruction, our need for connection and healing, and our responsibility to care for one another in ways that prevent rather than enable tragedy. The story of Rhodes Perry, Latasha Daniels, and the wife who survived them both is ultimately about all of us, about the choices we make, the pain we carry, and the hope that we can learn to do better. Thank you for watching True Crime. Engagement and support mean everything, and I'm grateful you chose to spend your time learning about these important cases. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode where we'll dive into another case that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about human nature.
I'm about to tell you a story about a pastor who got murdered by his mistress, and I need you to do me a favor. Don't immediately write her off as crazy. Not yet. Hear me out first. Because yeah, Latosha Daniels pulled the trigger. Yeah, she drove from Arkansas to Tennessee with a loaded weapon. And yeah, she shot this man in front of his wife. That's all facts. But the reason she did it? That's where this gets complicated. See, Rhodes Perry wasn't just some regular dude having an affair. He was a pastor. The kind of man people trust for spiritual guidance, moral leadership, all of that. And he was using that same charm, that same ability to make people believe him, to keep Latosha on the hook for years. And at some point during this affair, and I'm going to be straight with you, this detail isn't confirmed in every source, but multiple reports mention it. Latosha got pregnant, and Rhodes, this man who preaches about sanctity of life on Sundays, convinced her to get an abortion. Just sit with that for a second. She made that sacrifice, carried that weight, and then he moved to Memphis with his wife, started posting anniversary tributes on Facebook, and basically acted like Latosha never existed. So when she showed up at his apartment on April 4th, 2019 with a gun, this wasn't just about a breakup. This was about a woman who realized she'd been used.
Social worker charged in the deadly shooting of a Memphis pastor at his home in Collierville. Latasha Daniels is accused of killing Brodus Perry in front of his wife last month. Investigators believe it was a love triangle gone sour.
Now, I'm not saying what she did was right, but I am saying there's more to this story than crazy mistress kills pastor. Way more. All right, so let's break down who these people actually were, because context matters. Brodus Perry, 36 years old, executive pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, Tennessee. Big church, big congregation, big responsibility. But here's what makes his story different. Brodus was a third-generation pastor. His grandfather was a pastor. His father was a pastor. And now he's carrying on that family legacy. Now think about the pressure that comes with that. You're not just representing yourself. You're representing 3 generations of ministry, your family's entire reputation, decades of community trust. That's the weight Brodus was carrying every single day. Before Memphis, Brodus worked at St. Mark Baptist Church in Little Rock, Arkansas, from 2014 to 2018. That's where this whole mess started, by the way. Keep that in mind. He was married to Tabitha. They'd been together for 5 years. And from the outside, they looked good. Church couple goals. In February 2019, just 2 months before he died, Brodus posted on Facebook for Valentine's Day. "Thank you for navigating this thing called life with me. Happy 5th anniversary." With all the heart emojis and everything. Sweet. Right? Wrong. Because while he's posting that, there's a whole other woman in Arkansas who's seeing that post and probably losing her mind. But we'll get there. Now here's where I need to ask the uncomfortable questions. If you're a pastor, someone people look up to for moral guidance, how do you justify living a double life? You're standing in the pulpit every Sunday, talking about faithfulness, about integrity, about godly living. And then you're doing what exactly? You're counseling couples in your church about staying faithful. You're leading Bible studies about resisting temptation. And the whole time, you've got a mistress in another state. The math isn't mathing, Brodus. Now, I'm not saying what happened to him was deserved. Nobody deserves to be murdered. But we can acknowledge that this man made some choices that set everything in motion. And those choices have names. They have consequences. So let's talk about the other person in this triangle. Latasha Daniels, 39 years old. And when I tell you this woman was educated, I mean it. Latasha had a doctorate in social work with a criminal justice concentration. Dr. Latasha Daniels, if we're being proper about it. She was a licensed clinical social worker, working at Root Behavioral Health in Little Rock. And here's the part where you're gonna laugh, or cry, I haven't decided which. Her specialty was anger management and domestic violence counseling. Read that again. Anger management. So Latasha spent her entire career sitting across from people saying things like, when you're upset, take a deep breath. Count to 10. Use your words, not violence. And then she went and did the exact opposite of everything she'd been teaching for years. It's like a dentist with rotten teeth, a financial advisor who's broke, a marriage counselor. The irony is truly next level here. Like, ma'am, did you skip all of your own workshops? Because clearly those techniques did not stick. But here's the thing, and this is important. Latasha didn't just wake up one day and decide to throw her entire life away. Something broke her. And that something was a man who made promises he never intended to keep. So how did Brodus and Latasha even meet? Remember I told you Brodus worked at St. Mark Baptist Church in Little Rock from 2014 to 2018. Paths lost. Both of them living in the same city, moving in similar circles. And at some point, they started an affair. Now, let me be very clear about something before you all start feeling too sorry for Latasha. She knew this man was married. She saw the ring. She knew about Tabitha. This wasn't some situation where Brodus hid his wife from her or lied about being single. Latasha went into this relationship with her eyes wide open, knowing he had a whole wife at home. So we're not going to sit here and act like she's some innocent woman who got deceived about his marital status. She made a choice, a conscious adult choice to be the other woman. She's 39 years old with a doctorate. She's not some naive 20-year-old who didn't know better. But did Brodus probably feed her some lines? Oh, absolutely. I can almost hear them now. My marriage isn't what it looks like from the outside. We're only staying together for appearances. I have real feelings for you. When the timing's right, we'll be together. All the greatest hits. The Cheater's Playbook, page 1. And Latosha probably believed him. Or maybe she didn't fully believe him, but she wanted to believe him. So she ignored all the red flags waving right in her face. Here's what I think happened though, and this is where it gets really messy. At some point during their affair, Latosha got pregnant. With Rhodes' baby. Now again, I'm being transparent with you. This pregnancy detail shows up in multiple reports, but isn't confirmed by every single news source. But enough sources mention it that I'm including it. Because honestly, it explains a lot about what happened next. So Latosha's pregnant, with the baby of a married pastor. And you know what Rhodes did? He convinced her to get an abortion. Let me say that slower for the people in the back. This pastor, this man who probably preached about the sanctity of life, who probably led pro-life discussions in his church, convinced his mistress to terminate a pregnancy. Why? Because a baby would expose everything. Can't have that getting out, right? Can't have evidence of the affair crying and needing diapers. That would destroy his career, his family's legacy, his reputation, his marriage. So the baby had to go. And what do you think Latosha heard from him during all of this? Promises. Once things settle down, we'll have our chance. This isn't the right time, but we'll have children together eventually. I just need to figure out how to leave my wife first. Whatever he needed to say to keep her compliant, to keep her quiet, to keep her hoping. So Latosha makes that sacrifice. She goes through with the abortion. And I don't care what side of the abortion debate you're on personally. That's a massive decision. That stays with you. Especially if you're not making that choice for yourself, but to protect him, to protect his image, his career, his marriage. But here's the reality Latosha should have seen coming. And maybe she did see it, but chose to ignore it. Rhodes was never going to leave his wife for her. Not necessarily because he didn't have feelings for her. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But he couldn't leave. This man is a third-generation pastor. His grandfather built this legacy. His father continued it. Now Rhodes is the executive pastor at a major church. His entire identity, his family's reputation, his community standing, everything is tied to that position. You really think he's going to throw all of that away? Face the judgment from his family? The gossip from the church? The destruction of 3 generations of ministry? The disappointment in his father's eyes? The shame? That was never realistic. That was never the plan. So, what you've got here is 2 people living in complete fantasy land. Rhodes thinking he can juggle both lives indefinitely without consequences. Latosha thinking she's going to be the exception to the rule, that she's special enough to make him actually leave. They were both delusional. So here's where everything starts falling apart. In 2018, Brodus gets offered a bigger position. Executive pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis. Bigger church, bigger salary, bigger opportunity. And he takes it. Packs up with Tabitha and moves from Little Rock to Memphis. And where does that leave Latosha? Sitting in Little Rock, alone, dealing with the emotional aftermath of an abortion she didn't want to have. Watching from a distance as Rhodes starts his shiny new life in Memphis. And then comes Valentine's Day, 2019, February 14th. And Rhodes posts that sweet tribute to Tabitha on Facebook. Thank you for navigating this thing called life with me. Happy 5th anniversary. I know Latosha saw that post. You know she did. She was probably sitting there scrolling through Facebook, and bam, there it is. The man she sacrificed so much for, publicly declaring his love for his wife. And it's not even subtle. It's hearts and emojis and public declarations. He's not even trying to hide it. That's when it probably hit her. Like really truly hit her. He's not leaving his wife. He's never been planning to leave his wife. All those promises? All that when the timing's right talk? It was all manipulation to keep her available when he wanted her. She'd been used. She terminated a pregnancy for him. Kept his secret for years. Waited while he built his career and his image. And what did she get in return? Nothing. Not even the respect of a private breakup. Just silence and a Facebook post celebrating his marriage. Now here's where it gets real. Does that justify what Latosha did next? Absolutely not. But does it explain the rage? The feeling of betrayal? The realization that she threw away something irreversible for promises that were never real? Yeah, it does. Because here's what people don't understand about situations like this. It's not just about losing a relationship. It's about losing what you thought your future was. It's about realizing you were never the priority, never the plan, just a convenient option when he felt like it. And for someone like Latosha, educated, successful, someone who should have known better, that realization probably hit different. She didn't just feel... She felt stupid, used, discarded. And that's the kind of rage that builds when you can't process it, when you don't have healthy outlets, when all those anger management techniques you teach other people somehow don't work on yourself. So on April 4th, 2019, Latosha Daniels got in her car in Little Rock, Arkansas. She drove 130 miles to Collierville, Tennessee, and she had a gun with her. This wasn't a spontaneous decision. This was planned. She had time during that 2.5-hour drive to turn around, to change her mind, to think about the consequences. But she didn't. April 4th, 2019. Around 10 p.m., Tabitha's home alone when Latosha knocks. She lets her in. Why wouldn't she? Her husband said they were just acquaintances from Little Rock. They chat for 30 minutes. Latosha's just waiting. Then Broads walks in. After about 10 minutes, Latosha stands to leave. They walk her to the door. She turns around, pulls a gun, and starts firing. "You broke my heart!" Bang! "You broke my heart!" Bang!
Yeah, it was surprising. Definitely not expected here. I think there was like 5 or 6 gunshots in the first kind of blast, and then there was a little bit of a delay, a woman screaming, and then I heard some more, like probably 5 more. I saw him bring the gentleman down on a stretcher, and then I saw the woman come down, and she had obviously been shot in the shoulder.
Broads gets hit multiple times, head, torso. Even dying, he tells Tabitha to run. Latosha walks out, then comes back, tells Tabitha get out of the way, and shoots her in the shoulder. So, where exactly did that anger management certification go? Latosha? Because I'm not seeing it. Tabitha escapes, bangs on neighbors' doors. Police arrive. Latosha's still holding the gun. They hit her with a less lethal round to disarm her. Broads died at the hospital, 36 years old. So they take Latosha to the hospital for minor injuries. And this doctor with a PhD tries to run. She shoves an officer and takes off through the hallways. Girl, where are you going? You're in a hospital with cops everywhere. You just shot 2 people. What's the exit strategy here? Because it's not adding up.
Docket number 19, ending 4009, those charges would be murder in the first degree, criminal attempt, misdemeanor, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. On docket number 19, ending 3940, that would be aggravated assault on a police officer, escape, and resisting arrest.
They tackle her in the hallway, have to force her into handcuffs while she's still fighting them. Now she's got murder charges plus assault on officers, escape, resisting arrest. The charges kept stacking. And as investigators dug deeper, the affair came to light. The pregnancy rumors, the whole messy situation. Latosha pleaded not guilty, got a high-profile attorney, Leslie Ballin, who eventually withdrew because they disagreed on strategy.
Understanding what it's like to be in jail, I would imagine you get used to any of your surroundings, no matter how difficult they may be. So it appears she's adapting to where she is. She is better today than she was yesterday.
She couldn't afford another lawyer, so she got a court-appointed one.
Not only have we experienced the death of Brodus Perry to violence, but the rumors swelling around his murder leave us shocked and shaken. To those of you who are wondering, how could this happen? How could this happen within our safe and loving church community? To those of you in particular who came to know him as I did during the 5 months he was at Mississippi Boulevard, I want to say, I'm heavy-hearted because of your pain.
That's the question, right? How does a spiritual leader live a double life? How does someone trained in anger management become a murderer? Tabitha survived physically, but had to process her husband's murder and his betrayal simultaneously. That's trauma layered on trauma. Latosha threw away her entire life, career, freedom, future, for a man who was never going to choose her. And Broads, he made choices that destroyed multiple lives, including his own. Here's what I need you to understand. This isn't just about one tragic night. It's about the choices that led there. The lies. the manipulation, the ignored reality. So before you write Latosha off as just another crazy side chick, or defend Broads because he's a pastor, ask yourself, what happens when people prioritize image over integrity? When promises mean nothing? When we ignore consequences until they force us to face them? That's the real story here. If this case made you think, made you uncomfortable, or you've got opinions you need to share, drop them in the comments. Seriously, I read them. And if you want more stories like this, where we actually dig into the why instead of just the what, hit that subscribe button. We post true crime every week, and trust me, we don't sugarcoat anything. Thanks for sticking with me through this messy, tragic story. Take care of yourselves out there. And remember, choices have consequences. Always. Choices have consequences. Always.
We are still in the information gathering stage. I certainly have talked to Ms. Daniels. Unfortunately, not unsurprisingly, I can't tell you what I know. And so at this point, we just are continuing with our not guilty plea, absolutely. We come back May 14th. That is a probable cause or preliminary hearing, and it's not a trial. The state has to put on proof to show the judge that there's enough evidence for the case to go further.
The date you gave us, May 20.
We have May 14th.
May 14th.
We have May 28th. We have June 11th. We have June 25th.
It's May 14th, and if she's in surgery, I'll go let us know. The request is May 14th. Mr. Gilbert's witness may have a health issue that would prohibit her from being there. If that, in fact, does occur, we'll express the court prior to the 14th.
She's not used to being where she is. She's not feeling very well. She's accused of the most serious crime a person can be accused of. She understands the gravity of it, and I think her emotions are appropriate.
All right, y'all. So listen, the trial has not started. I don't know why this is buffering. Hold on.
Was that Medea Crispus I saw? Did I see Medea's Crispus up there?
Not only have we experienced the death of Brodus Perry to violence.
I don't know
On
the
April
truth.
4th,
Could have been. I
2019,
don't know.
police respond to a shooting about 30 minutes east of Memphis. Once they arrive,
That's just the trailer for Court TV. They got it up, but they still not live yet, y'all. They're still not live yet.
Who is this The Truth person you spoke of?
Oh damn! I don't know. I'm gonna fuck up.
But there's a lot of mixed emotions that went into a lot of those videos you showed. 1 minute they feel sorry for her, the next minute she deserves what
That's
she
why
gets,
I wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to show both sides. That's why I chose the ones that I chose, because people be having mixed feelings about stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real.
She definitely they said she has a background in criminal. I guess she
went to school for criminal justice.
Yeah, so she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she knew that to hire a lawyer, fire a lawyer. She knows exactly what to do on how to push this out. And
this happened back in 2019. I'm gonna say it again, 2019.
Yeah, but can you imagine his face when he walks through the door and sees her sitting at his table?
Well, I can imagine guilt. I can imagine surprise.
Guilt. He shit himself. He shit himself right there. He shard himself when he walked through that door and saw her sitting there talking to his wife.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to this when I was listening to these clips. I could literally like visualize, because you know how many movies I've watched where that scenario played out.
Yes, they're all on
where that actual scenario played out.
Yeah, that's Lifetime's whole backlog of videos, right? The the scorned lover.
Yeah, the woman, the scorned lover show up and make nice with the wife, sitting there talking to the wife, having coffee or wine, and then the hubby shows up. I've seen that damn scenario so many times.
Yeah,
I just
it
can't.
just shows that people need to stop playing with people's emotions.
But how many times have you seen the man worried that the mistress is going to tell, or the mistress gets pregnant, and he takes care of the whole thing in one shot? Gets rid of both her and the baby together in one shot. We got NFL players hiring people to go by and shoot baby mamas.
You know, I'm
What
not
his name was?
I forgot what his name, but he's in jail right now for
Ray
hiring that.
Caruth. Ray Caruth is out. He out of jail.
Yeah,
he out.
Let me Google. Let me double check.
Well, I know he just got for facilitating and hiring, which isn't, sometimes they give you, the same sentence as the shooter. So I don't know how he can be out.
You know what?
He got out in 2018.
Dang.
He served 18 years, and then I forgot. Like when he got out, it was a big hubbub because he was trying to sue to get custody of the child he tried to have.
And there was no way that grandma was gonna allow that. No way. You tried to kill the mom. You killed the mom and tried to kill the baby. Listen, this is the story, y'all, of Carew. Carew had this young lady pregnant. He paid somebody to kill her. She was pregnant at the time. The killer killed her, but the baby survived. She died. The baby survived, but he was born with
a lot of disabilities.
Yeah, a lot of disabilities due to the lack of oxygen when his mother passed and he was still pregnant. But he survived, but he's got a lot of disabilities. See, I think he has like
this nigga is married again.
What?
Yeah, he married again. It's crazy.
Anywho, the baby, when he got arrested, charged, convicted, all that, the baby, which was a male, he looked just like he looked just like Carew. The grandmother was raising him. So I know when he tried to get out and have contact with that baby, I know she wasn't having that. I don't know what happened with it.
The grandmother should have sued him for wrongful death.
I don't know if she did or
and
not.
Took his money. I know he paying child support. But
that baby should be grown now.
Yeah, he should be 20 something years old.
Probably not considered like really grown because he still needs
mental.
Yeah, he still needs care. He is disabled. He is like
he would be like 25 now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's wheelchair bound, and I think he has trouble breathing, so they have him on some kind of oxygen thing because his lungs weren't developed. But he survived.
He did survive. Mama,
but you know why? You know why he survived? So his father could look at him forever.
And then my thing is though, he tried to get him. Like what do you mean? You
he didn't have to pay child support. You know how much that child support is to pay for.
Trey, I'm gonna need y'all to do better. This live was scheduled for 9:00. It is now 9:30, and you people are still not live. Can you call the courthouse?
I told you 9:30, 9:45. I warned you if it got anything to do with Tennessee, and mostly all the trials they cover in Tennessee come from Memphis, it's gonna be late. They don't give a fuck about your time. Nashville, right, with kind of being on time. Memphis, hell no. I know because I have to go down there, and they always be late.
Are they just showing the ceiling tile like they usually do? Right now, they just
they still got the actual trailer up. They
found
the
Mr. Brodus Perry with several gunshot wounds and his wife Tabitha shot in the left shoulder.
You know what, Trey? You're gonna stop acting like I'm slow or something. Let me see this damn link because you get on my nerves.
I don't need to. I'm gonna just show you what's popping up on my device.
No, I
That's what
don't
I'm
want you to
showing you.
show me shit. I really don't. I
I'm
want you to
on
show me
Court
a
TV
damn
homepage under
thing.
live. That's okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. That's okay. Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down my ass.
Calm down.
She is a little high strung today, ain't she?
See, I don't know what's going on with my device. It ain't showing me shit.
He looked like a young Buster
I only have
Rhymes.
the experience. Son of a bitch. I don't know why I don't see this. See from my picture, it don't got this one up there at all. Even on the home page. That's crazy work. Oh, no, that's Court TV Trials. That's something totally different.
You see it? Yeah, you was looking at the wrong channel, I do believe, sir.
No, I was on the right one. Well, I was on the right one, but I still don't see it. Like, I know I'm on the 2 million channel with 12,000 videos. Just when I sent you the screenshot of it, just won't. It ain't showing on my end for some reason.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if since you can't see it, is it really real? Because, like I say, they asses ain't went live yet. It's crazy work.
Gun and began
It
shooting.
definitely says 31 waiting, so it got to be something. There's a link for it, but I just can't see it. Until you send me the link, I can see it now. It just says 31 waiting. It doesn't. It don't give no more details. Can't go in. That's not a chat up or nothing. Let me see if one of these local stations got it. Probably not.
I called myself looking. I didn't see it for scheduled for a live anywhere else. I tried.
Hello, Hood Cinderella. Yeah, we could see you.
I cannot see. This is why I be wanting. I ain't covering nothing else from Memphis. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of, just the triflingness. It's just ridiculous. Hey, this little boy.
It said on my end now. It says live in 2 hours, November 4th at 12 p.m.
2 hours.
Yep. I finally watched the trailer all the way through, and yeah, it say live in 2 hours, 12 p.m.
They may be going through motions in his office.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying?
Memphis don't give a fuck about your time, G.
Yeah, they be.
And I thought I was doing good by doing this little these clips before. Lord,
what did
you smart, you special.
This is ridiculous. Did you know? I mean, damn. Let me get off this line. I'm not gonna sit here for 2 hours and try to. I have to talk about something totally different. I can actually in 2 hours I can cover my perfect neighbor content. I'm not finna do this with Memphis. I'm not.
So wait, did we ask the chat how do they feel? Do they feel sorry for the scorned lover, that had to get rid of a baby because of this man? He convinced her.
I don't feel sorry for any
Or-
woman that chooses to engage with a married man. I'm sorry.
This is the thing. My thing on this, I'm not saying what she did was right, and I'm gonna stand on this. Sometimes people are the cause of their own demise. When you put yourself in certain situations, it's kind of to feel sorry. You were in a triangle. You knew what you were doing. For that woman to show up at your house, either one, she's been there before, or two, she was stalking you. But considering she was in another state, I think when your wife was away, when the cat was away, you brought that woman to your house.
So this is going to be very interesting, being as though Fawn and I, well, Keep It Cute and I, are on two different spectrums. I feel like, I get it that the man was wrong, and you already know I hold men accountable. But
Oh,
I
she
still
was wrong
say,
too, knowing
listen,
that he was married.
let me finish. I still say, because I have been placed in this situation before, and I'm just saying, when a woman, let's talk about it. When a woman, no matter, because men are going to be men. Men are going to try you. They're going to try it. My thing is, you as a woman, you should, when you go into certain situations, such as choosing to sleep and to be with a married man, to me, honestly, I'm talking about knowingly now, because we do have some cases where women enter into a relationship with these men and they don't know they married. They eventually find out, but initially they don't know. But this is my thing on it. When you willingly engage, have sex, deal with a married man, and you know he's married, right? You know he's married, but you as the woman thinking, oh, he's gonna leave his wife, because that's normally what they tell the other woman. Oh, my marriage ain't what it seems to be. We in the middle of divorce. We gonna get a divorce. I don't love her. We just together for this and that and the third. Same story, different times. They've been doing it forever. But when you willingly enter that relationship with that married man, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. I don't care what he does after you choose to be with him. There's no excuse for it. His ass should be held accountable too as well. But you as the woman, you chose to put yourself in that situation thinking you can change the situation for your good. But if you think about it as a woman, if you get with a married man and he cheats on his wife with you, what in the hell makes you think you're going to be any different? If you do get that man to leave his wife, if you do get that man to quote unquote be with you or marry you, what in the hell you think, what position you think you're going to be in a couple of months or a couple of years? Because that man is that man, and he's going to do what he's going to do, and he showed you who he was. You just chose not to see it.
Do you think
I stand on that?
Do you think he wait? Do you think he broke up with her because he was moving and got a better offer?
I think he broke up with her because she got pregnant. She ended the pregnancy. He wanted to end it. He did. He wanted to end it, and him moving away and him making her get rid of the baby, he thought that was gonna be the end of it. And she proved him wrong.
God told him to end it.
You couldn't even move away and get away from what you had done. See, it's not always that easy. It's not always that easy. The man moved away to a whole nother state after having this woman unalive her child, which is another thing I don't respect her for, because you shouldn't have done that. Fuck you. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't give a fuck about your reputation. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not doing that.
What about the pressure from him? The pressure for him was, we can't be together if you have this baby. She's thinking, well, I can't be.
I'm sure he pressured her to
won't,
be
yeah.
a clown.
I
I'm sure he
guarantee
did all
did.
that. Y'all keep talking. Let me go check something right quick. I'll be right back.
But I'm just saying, everybody's, nobody's bringing up the fact that he was a willing participant in this. Maybe he thought it was over.
They both was wrong in this situation, no matter how you look at it. She allowed herself to get caught up with the married man.
She didn't want to hurt that woman.
Bullshit. She knew the nigga was married. What you mean?
But
She didn't want to hurt the woman.
Why didn't she put more than one bullet in her?
Oh,
she only shot her.
She got in the way. Well, yeah. If she wanted to kill her, she would have killed her.
She shot all them shots into him.
She still shot her though. If she didn't want to like hurt her at all, she wouldn't have shot her. Why did she shoot her one time, sir? She didn't have to shoot her at all.
Well, again, she was in the way because she was trying to block what she wanted, and the fact that she only got shot once. And he got shot multiple times, and she had more bullets, I don't know. She was trying to reload, they said.
She pushed her ass out the way. But yeah, if she wanted her dead, when she ran out the house to the neighbor's house, she could have shot in the back and all types of other shit.
I believe she didn't want to hurt her. I believe she sat down to have a conversation with her because she wanted to know exactly what was going on. Because remember, he said she was only for show. He told her that my marriage is only for show. And that's what this woman believed. So I don't believe she had any animosity towards
The thing about
her.
it is for me, hey, Mercy and Grace, the thing about it is for me, these men over time have been telling the same lies.
Women do too. Don't act like women don't do that too.
I'm not saying that, D2. I'm sticking to what we're talking about today. We can go into this whole debate about men cheat, women cheat. We all cheat, okay? I'm not doing that today. What I'm saying is this. For any woman that falls for these same lies that have been told over and over again, and we see things like this happening, I don't understand how they fall for the... I don't get it. Like you just, for me, you can just be grown and honest and say, I don't give a fuck whether you're married or not. I don't give a fuck whether or not you leave your wife or not. Now, some of them go in saying or thinking or feeling like, okay, he's married. Okay, he's married. He's going to eventually leave his wife and this, that, and the third for me. And then once they're in it and you don't see any motion as to them divorcing the wife, then all of a sudden, you cannot listen. I don't get it. I don't get why they keep falling for that shit. I don't get why women keep falling for that shit. I get it. Men will tell you what it is the fuck you want to know, that want to hear. They will do it. But you gotta think about it.
Maybe
you gotta think about it. If you're not happy in this marriage, why when I come around all of a sudden, oh, y'all gonna get a divorce? Why ain't you been divorced? Or why ain't you making moves to get a divorce? They just sit in it. They sit in it. They acquire your feelings. They start feeling like this woman felt. They get pregnant, have the baby or not have the baby, get in too deep, and then want to get in your feelings and your emotions and want to go to unaliving people. The shit is bullshit.
Maybe she was dickmatized. I don't know.
I'm not able to be at a certain age, and this woman was in. Listen, this is what I say. People that so-called intelligent, got these degrees, got all this training. This woman is sitting training people on how to control their anger, and look where her anger got her. Ain't no such thing as stigmatized. You want to know why I feel like there's no such thing? It's too many dicks out there. It's too many. Mm-hmm. And one dick, if that one ain't working, hell, go do an Adrian and go get another one. Just get multiples. I'm just saying.
Can I play catch up real quick?
Sure. Go ahead. Hey, man.
Hey, what's going on, chat? What's up, D Truth? Very MoneyBoy.
Was the back door open?
It's the clown. And it's the clown.
Hold on.
And Truth, you've been messing up.
Shut up. Disclaimer, man. There's no, that name don't exist. It's clown. I'll explain later. I'm sorry I didn't contact you earlier. It's the clown.
Oh.
Was the back door open? Did somebody leave the back door open again? Where'd he come from?
Man, I got keys. I'm head of security.
He got
But-
keys and things of that sort. But it's the clown, man. I'll explain later what's going on.
Word.
Okay.
I mean, I might have to change my video. But what you call it? So this girl, all right, she
Woman.
wanted the woman.
She was fourth? She was older than the pastor.
Was she trying to take out her baby?
Huh?
Was she trying to take out her baby?
No,
Is that
man.
what I was
Okay,
saying?
let me give you a synopsis. Let me give you a synopsis. Hold on. There was this pastor who was married. He began an affair with one of his people, with a woman. All right, so they were in a relationship while he was married. Okay, so what had happened was she ended up getting pregnant. He convinced her to get rid of the baby. After convincing her to get rid of the, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry, that's that coffee. After convincing her to get rid of the baby, he and his wife then moved to another state. He went to work at another church, pastor at another church in another state. She ended up coming to she ended up, because it started in Arkansas. He was a pastor in Arkansas. This is where he met this woman. He then moved to Memphis, start working at another church. The woman left Arkansas, came to Memphis, because see, he cut it off. Like once he moved, and after he had asked her to unalive her child, he ended up cutting it off or attempting to cut it off with her. And him and his wife moved, and he thought they was gonna live happily ever after. Well, this woman took a trip to Memphis, sat and talked to the wife. He was not home. I guess I don't know if she told the wife what was going on, got a feel of what was going on. I don't know. But he ended up coming home. They had words or whatever. She ended up shooting him and the wife. He passed away. The wife did not. And now she's on trial for murder and attempted murder.
Well, I have nothing to say. I have to hear a little bit more.
Well, we just heard a whole hour and a half's worth. You just late. What's up? Why are you late?
I had things to do. It's early in the morning.
It is not early. It is not that early, man. Try getting up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. That's early.
We were shocked too. We were shocked too.
I don't go to sleep at 6.
Damn.
We're still in shock. She said 8 a.m. and she was live at 8 a.m. We're still in shock.
You know what?
See you trying to set me up to say something, and I ain't gonna do it.
Absolutely. That's what he's on. But yeah, according to Trey, trial is not gonna start until 12. I can end this live and start another one and get in some more content before 12. I'm not sitting here till no 12 waiting on these people. Memphis is sorry, lazy, and just trifling. I'm sick of them. I'm not covering anything else from Memphis. I'm not doing it. Sick of them. You had 9 o'clock on that thing. I know what I saw. It said 9 a.m. Now they done changed it to 12. I'm just saying.
The judge didn't have no Jimmy Dean yet.
Well, how you change from going live at breakfast to going live at lunch? Then as soon as you start, you're gonna want to say lunchtime and take a break. See, I can't do it. Not doing it with Memphis.
That's MoneyBoy's tax money at work.
I'm trying to debate, and I actually got 10 minutes to do it, because if I do it, I'm going to start it at 10. I'm trying to debate whether I want to start my perfect neighbor content. I'm trying to debate whether I want to do that, because we're not going to be able to finish it. Did you say the girlfriend shot the husband and wife? Yes. Sorry, I caught the end of what y'all were talking about. Yes. The side chick, girlfriend, yeah, she shot the husband and the wife. The husband passed away. She shot him, I think, in the head and the chest and things of that sort. And
the baby mama.
She shot the wife in the shoulder
once.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning she didn't want to hurt her. But she was also a baby mama. Don't forget that.
Well, I was gonna say baby mama, but it's confusing because being as though she never had the baby, I just didn't want to say baby mama.
She still conceived.
She did. She did. So yeah. Any more questions? You're welcome. You're welcome. But oh God, what should I do? Keep it cute. Advise me. What should I do?
We got time.
We got time today. I'm trying to read this bad chat. Oh, okay. I see what y'all talking about.
What?
Okay, y'all.
Why you always ask her? I feel a little Trey, Matt.
First of all, you ain't even been here.
I am incognito right now. Don't
And
start
stay
with
that
me.
way. And be
I am
quiet.
on witness
Go on
protection. I am
quiet.
on witness protection.
You ain't even been here to even know what we've been discussing.
I
I
am breaking witness protection as you speak to be here today. Can I get a little respect?
You got to give it to get it. You got to give it to get it.
Jeez Louise. What in the hell is going on?
I'm just saying. We didn't get asked or nothing.
Well, they already know that I'm down in the back seat, sitting low. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they go.
You're mad at flip flop, wherever.
To be honest, I just don't like West. I could start my content on the perfect day because I plan on starting by, of course, like I do, truth hurts fashion, give background. So I actually got videos that I'm gonna play before we get into the actual movie. So I could
Did you watch it?
We should jump to something else because she just guilty. I mean, it's no fun.
We just basically I'm giving the background of it, but basically the core of the content is to discuss the documentary on Netflix. But I'm going to give the background, of course.
Hey, did you see the Murdoch documentary? Or the
I
Murdoch
have
movie?
not. I have
on
not.
Netflix. Oh, you got to
I
watch
have
that.
not.
Woo,
So should I get into that one too as well?
I think so.
We did cover that trial.
Let me tell you, everything that we showed and talked about is in that movie, down to every word we said. Yes, it was.
Keep it cute. Did you watch that one?
I watched something of the murder. I don't know. It was a while back. How long ago did it come out?
No, Netflix just released this.
Okay, then I haven't seen that one then. But I will watch it.
All right, y'all. Well, so D-Truth, you down? I'm like, damn it! I'm getting off.
The clown.
I'm getting off.
Clown.
Damn,
I think I need a buzzer button.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Witness protection is over for me.
I'm sorry.
She do me the same way, clown.
Actually, I do, and I've been doing it for a minute now because Keep It Cute wants to be called Keep It Cute, and I have not stuck to that either. Oh, God.
Man, I thought I heard some shade thrown at you.
No, I just said I'm gonna get me a button to push every time they say it. You know what I'm saying? Because you only tell me once.
We need a censor button. That's what we need.
And after that, I didn't hear nothing.
Are you being messy, clown?
No, did you? You didn't hear that?
Hear no shade.
Man, be flip flopping all the time. I'm like, damn, that sounds like shade to me.
No, that was facts. That was the truth. He didn't deny it.
Woo.
I didn't, because I ain't never flip flop. I even got a witness. You outnumbered 2-1.
Still love you though.
She's admitting it was shade. Damn.
Yeah, they've been out to get me, man, since you've been gone, man. Help.
Here we go.
Damn. Here we go with the victim mentality.
I'm winking my eye, clown.
Here go another crybaby. Man. Panel full of crybabies.
There's the HR teller.
She told on me.
Yeah, Matt, don't.
Oh, poor baby, poor
don't-
poo poo, poor
My
baby.
tummy hurt too.
Oh, my tummy hurts so bad.
It sure did. It was hurting bad,
True.
the motherfucker. It sure was.
It would have been hurt. Mine would have been hurting too if I was watching that Cowboy game. I feel sorry for their fans.
I'm not a
That's what it
Cowboy
was.
fan.
God, man.
I'm not a
Man,
Cowboy fan,
Too
so
soon.
that's
Too
not, I'm not a
soon.
Cowboy fan.
Too
My
soon.
team is in line for the number one
Too
video,
soon.
number one draft
how you
pick.
Too
how you
soon.
overrated for the last 30 years?
Too
Overrated.
soon. Too soon. Can we just heal from last night? Can we heal from last night, please? Before you start going in on
It
us?
ain't no healing. Y'all 3-5-1, sir. It's over. Just accept y'all fate like I've accepted mine. We got 1 win, y'all got 3 and a tie.
I don't even watch football. I just clicked it on last night and said, "Oh my gosh, the Cowboys again."
It's over. At least we getting
It's
the number
over.
1 draft pick of the number 2. We in there with a top pick. Y'all just
We gonna be right behind you.
no, y'all not. Well, y'all will be close, but nah, y'all can still win a couple more games, but it's ugly for y'all right now.
There's no need to just fail. Get some first round draft picks.
3-5-1. Now it's
Tank.
they play in the
Tank.
division where they could still win with it. They could still get in the playoffs with an ugly ass record because they in the NFC.
Tank was. Yeah, Washington's gone.
Washington fucked up. The Giants fucked up. It's y'all y'all behind Philadelphia. Then everywhere else, the Rams are good, but the Cardinals suck.
And
The
if this was
Lions
6 years
died.
ago, I would
Yeah,
say this is Eagles country.
Good. Yeah, they got a chance. They ain't gonna do shit in the playoffs if they make it, but still they got a chance.
Fire Jerry Jones. Fire him.
You can't. He owns the team.
Should have been 5, 15, 20 years ago.
Damn right. Only
I'm
damn
telling you.
general manager that can last a lifetime of disappointments and still have a job.
30 years.
Let me. I need to get this off my chest. How you gonna
Oh, God,
get rid
here we
of?
go.
How you gonna get rid of the one man that defines your defense a week before the season starts, and think you're gonna be able to put a defense together?
Hey, truth, the Cowboys are so bad that they have not had a good winning playoffs or Super Bowl since you graduated from high school.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought the wait, damn.
No.
Well, you know what? Super Bowl trophies don't tarnish. They still look good because we pay somebody to keep them things polished up. All 5 of them.
And you hear them constantly talk junk ever since then, and they haven't been doing nothing.
How many does your team have?
I'm an Eagles fan if I was in the NFL since
2. And you wanna know
since Cunningham and Fryer and Bond.
It took
Cunningham was a long time ago. My God, today.
Eagles took 50 years to get one. 50 years to get one.
Oh my goodness.
They laid eggs for 50 years. Then they got one. Now they're all this and all that.
That's what the Eagles supposed to do. They lay eggs.
Lay eggs. They've been laying them for 50 years and one hatched. But I'm just saying.
But they got 2 now.
Yes, but
I
that's
thought
what
they
they're
had
supposed
3.
to do. They have 2. Everybody goes through that time when their team is good. Then you know what's going to happen? Players get old and they go away.
But we won ours in what was it, like 2017, and then we won again last year.
Your first one. Your first
when
one. Your first one. And you've been in the league for like 60 years now. And your first Super Bowl was 2017.
Man, now it's time to switch the conversation. Where E. Brooks at and her Detroit Lions? You ain't gonna be joking on my 50 years.
No, we finna end it. We finna end it because I've already sent y'all the links. I've already put the live up. We finna switch it over. We finna switch it over until sorry ass Memphis decides to go live. Oh hell. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Oh, damn. She'll be back in like 10 minutes when she wears off dickmatized. So let's get back to the case. So nobody feels sorry for this woman?
As far as what I'm hearing, no.
Well, again, she knows how to play the game.
No one knew this man was married.
What'd you say?
Ain't no knew this man was married. Self-based position.
I think she bought Ian Goins' old phone.
She got an Obama phone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. So basically, nobody feels sorry for her?
No. The game don't caught up to a lot of these chicks. That shit ain't working.
I kind of feel sorry for her because he manipulated her.
No, we're not using no manipulation.
Clam,
She a grown damn woman.
Knew the man married, got into the relationship. She knew he was married. So how can you feel sorry for a person?
Let's not forget who he is. Let's not forget who he is. He's a pastor. And we all know
he's a
we
human.
all know what
He's
they
man
do.
first.
Yeah, he put the power of the Holy Ghost on her and got there when she fell in love.
We know what the
A pastor is just a title.
He was dropping off that divine dick.
I'm just saying, okay, a lot of times you look at crimes, and if a man commits it and he's in a supervision title, the crime becomes worse. And as a pastor, you are in that supervision title. If he was to commit this crime against her, and they say he did that to her, they would have charged him with the subordinate, where she's a subordinate to him because he is her pastor. And he used that position to gain what he did. I believe it's the same thing.
Side note, did y'all know Dick Cheney passed away?
Yeah. Should have been a face Cheney. Now let's see who shows up for the funeral. But Dick,
I don't feel sorry for her in no way, shape, or form. So I don't. So, and I don't feel sorry for him. So it is what it is. Who I do feel sorry for is the wife.
Well, yeah, she had no clue. I mean, and
that's the only person I feel sorry for.
That she sat there and entertained this woman at her table for 30 minutes before he showed up. But I maybe I'm wrong, but I remember they said something about they all worked together at one time. I know he worked with her in some fashion, but I think she also worked with her, so she knew who she was.
Who y'all talking about?
The wife. Talk about the wife.
Are you talking about the case now?
Yeah. We got back on the
Okay.
while you were dickmatized, we were talking about the case. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I had to have a lunchtime conversation. And that's it. So Michael in the chat said, wait, I don't know this case. What exactly happened? Sorry for my ignorance. Okay, Michael, I'm gonna explain one more time before we end it. Because we're about to end this live and we'll be back at 12 on this case. We'll be back in another case, but this court case, this trial don't start until 12 o'clock, and we're gonna come back when it starts. But long story short, there was a pastor who was married. He had an affair with a woman, impregnated her. She unalived the baby. After she did so, he broke up with her, left her, moved to another state. Baby mama, girlfriend, side chick, or whatever, then followed him to that state, ended up shooting him and his wife. He passed. The wife is still living, and now she's on trial. Charged with murder and attempted murder, along with some other charges. But court has not started. It's not going to start until 12, and we'll be back when it starts. But if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. I will be back after I end this live in 2 minutes with a new live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shut the hell up, clown. Shut the hell up. Now, anybody else on the panel got anything to say before I end it, y'all? Thank you, Lady Marie.
Nope.
All right. Well, we'll be back in a couple of hours to stream the live court coverage. Okay. Until then, everybody has their link. Keep it cute. I keep forgetting to send it to your email, but it's on the community wall. Everybody else has the link to the next, and I'll see y'all there. Thank y'all for supporting in the chat. Come back. Y'all come back now. You hear? You're welcome. Oh, what is it? How do you pronounce it? Mishnah. Is it Mishnah? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, y'all. We'll be back in a few minutes. Shout out to the Truth Seekers. I'll be back, y'all. Y'all be blessed until we come back. Thank you, panel. I love y'all.